Yo, tell me if this was hate. And tell me why Drake ain't answer my DM, but he definitely was liking this post type shit. Yo, was this a fair? Listen to this shit. Was this fair or was this biased as hell? Let me try to play it. Where is that? Right here. Here we go.
She's the only artist on this Billboard list I feel like shouldn't be on here.
Shouldn't?
Yeah.
You don't think Pusha T should be on the greatest 50 rappers of all time list?
Wow. What has he done? What has he done that puts him in the greatest rappers of all time besides talk about that he probably didn't get?
Wow.
All bias aside.
He's nice.
Yeah.
He's nice as he can rap his ass. He can rap his ass off. What has he done? Nobody has dressed like him. Nobody wants to be like Pusha T. No, I don't remember nothing. And let's not be evil, but we don't talk about rap where that's popping the want to be like. I don't know too many in this game that was leaning towards being like Pusha T.
50? You won't put
no, career wise, like he's been a member of the Clips. He's been a part of Kanye's entourage. He has no solo classic songs himself.
He's been a part of classic.
Yeah, been a
First
part
of all,
of it.
Lord willing.
Been a part of it. Then put Malice on there too.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Oh my God! This
now Pusha T don't hold no weight out here.
Daytona,
he not pushing
bro.
No out here. I will put Big Sean before. I put Big Sean before Pusha T.
Easily. But Jim Jones is on there before Pusha T.
But I'm saying you can put whoever you want ahead of him. You're saying he's not.
Cameron before Pusha T.
Easily.
Bro,
that nigga was calling Pusha T.
You go in these clubs, I don't know no records they play in the club with or Pusha T. They don't play else.
Nah, that's cap. That's cap. They definitely do play Pusha T's version of Don't Like. Like that one version of Don't Like with Pusha T as the starting verse and a straight acapella, that's goated. That's goated. Because when that beat drop and Keith get on it, it's crazy. You got to play that Pusha T extended Don't Like remix verse. You got to play that shit.
Side.
Regardless of all that, Push is not in y'all's top 50.
They need one classic song that Pusha T put out by himself.
This thing on his head. This nigga on Pusha T head.
Like he's in a rap group with his brother. You think that just negates him because he's a part of a group?
NBA Youngboy before Pusha T.
I ain't gonna lie. 38 Baby and Top and AI Youngboy, them shits was some fire projects. Nah, Pusha, listen. I know I'm a Drake fan, but still, no, Pusha, you're an amazing rapper. I think they were talking about if it's a best rapper, if it's just off skill, of course, Pusha T's on that list. If it's just off skill, right? So that's going to negate accomplishments, right? It's going to negate how much works you've put in solo-wise. Like if it's just off skill, you know, Andre 3000 definitely is in my top 5, or not top 5, top 10, right? If we're talking about who's the greatest rappers and we're weighting accomplishments in their career, I could see why Pusha T is not at the top, or even like, you know, 50 just seems like a lot. Like I would want to see who's 50, but you know, also it's eluded my mind how many rappers it's been. So he might not be in the top 50, especially if we're talking about accomplishments wise, because again, you know, with all due respect, you know, salute to him doing his thing in the Clips, and obviously he has, you know, stepped out as a solo artist and definitely did his thing and shit. A lot of people feel like his project, what was it, Daytona or something like that? They felt like that shit was kind of fire. Daytona was his project, right? No. Daytona? Pusha T? Yeah, Pusha T, yeah. Like, that's something that people consider to be classic. Even though it was 20 minutes long runtime, you know, that was around the time that he was beefing with Drake as well. I could see how he doesn't make that list, but it's not off of just straight judging skill. And if you're judging more than skill, which in reality, You know, if you're only judging skill, you can't put Kanye West on that list, right? Because I don't think Kanye West is one of the most skilled rappers of all time. So when you talk about greatest rappers of all time, you got to take into account accomplishments. Definitely some skill too, but it depends on how much you're weighting it. Because if you're weighting skill to be the most important criteria, there's a bunch of niggas who really nice who just never popped or never accomplished shit in music. And part of being one of the greatest rappers of all time, just like being one of the greatest basketball players of all time, we ain't gonna talk about the nigga who been dropping 70 at YMCA for like 20 years. Like, bro, you ain't getting the league. Like, you ain't fucking, and even if you did go get in the league and you ain't accomplished nothing, you ain't win nothing, you ain't lead a team, you weren't even a franchise player. We could just go off of what we've seen of you in practice. Like, nigga, you think you are Michael Beasley? Get the fuck on out of here. You know what I mean? Like, people have, like, certain people be like, yo, Michael Beasley, one of the best, you know, basketball players of all time. And I'm like, at what? Like best basketball players in practice? Best basketball players, like, you know what I mean, when it don't count? Because, like, we want to talk about the dudes who's actually winning the chips. The dudes who make it into the all-star teams, first teams that's really dominating stuff for not only maybe having a good year one year, consistently. So that's all I'm just trying to say, bro. Somebody said, gotta be top 5. Remember, it's not only off skill, dog. Again, some of y'all looking at this like this is a skill conversation. Feel me? Kanye's not top 50 off skill. Yo, first of all, niggas is writing for Kanye, bro. Like, every time you've thought Kanye had a nice verse, bro, that's Sci-Hi the Prince. Stop it, dog. Or it might have been Pusha T, so it would make your argument stupid. Kanye is openly getting verses written for him. So if Kanye is getting shit openly written for him, how the fuck could he be in the top 50 just skilled rappers list? Now, is he one of the greatest rappers? Yes, because overall, he's not in my top 5 greatest rappers, but he's in my top. Actually, he's number 1 or number 2. It's him or Pac. That's the top 5 greatest hip hop artists, which I think is a bigger list. You know what I mean? Like, he's an artist. You know, I don't necessarily look at him just as a rapper. And if we're talking about producers, he's definitely, for me, he's in my top. I'd probably say top 5 producer. Best producers of all time, he's top 5 in that. Or maybe say top 10 because he also utilizes a lot of help there, but there's a lot more leeway with utilizing help, right? As a producer rather than as a rapper, right? You know what I mean? Like, salute to my boy Timbaland. He used Danger Hands to help cook up a bunch of beats. You know what I mean? A lot of people use a lot of like collaboration shit. Metro Boomin utilizes collaboration. You feel me? That's how, like, even 808 Mafia kind of started until everybody built their own brands. So collaboration is definitely more popular in beat making more than it is popular in the sense of rapping. All right, man.